Okay, in regards to the issue you're having with these bushings binding on your unit, there's a couple of different things that we need to look at. This can get dry and cause some binding. So what you need to do is get some 3-in-1 oil. It's a machine oil. They use it like sewing machines, things like that. Don't just use any oil. Don't make sure it's a 3-in-1. It's a specific thing. They sell it at any hardware store, any Walmart, any Home Depot, Lowe's, any of that kind of thing. This is what I use. It will also work. It's a WD-40 brand. It's a silicone lubricant. It dries dry, so it doesn't attract dust and dirt. So this is a good one. You can find this at Tractor Supply. You should have it at Home Depot, Lowe's, all the different places like that. Ace Hardware, that kind of thing too. It's important if you're going to use the 3-in-1 oil. Will have an applicator. It's a little bottle with a tiny little tip that you can just put a liberal amount on here. We don't want to overdo it. Don't try to spray this on there directly because you'll make a mess. So what I do is I have little applicators. But what you can do in the meantime, if you don't, is just any kind of surface, carefully spray a little bit on that, and then use this with whatever application. It could even be your finger. If you take this and put it on the... But if you have that 3-in-1 oil, like I said, it has a little small tip applicator that you can precisely put it in, because it's for putting in machines like sewing machines and different things, so you can get it right in there. So anyway, then you can push this to the left, just light coat of that, and then you can kind of smooth it back and forth carefully without kinking any of these, or so just push on either the left or the right, and then push it back to the home. Once you've applied the oil, what I want you to do is pull this out a little bit, and we want to look at these bushings right here. Let me turn the light on. These bushings right here on both sides, they're brown, and here's what it looks like. Here's a module that's been removed. So you get a close-up. It looks like that. It's possible for these bushings to come loose. They get knocked loose from between this aluminum here, and it's just loose in here, and that can cause binding. So the first thing we want to do is verify that those are still in place, that you don't see a big gap there. You can see the brown inside this aluminum casing here. Once that has been verified, move the transport about here, and then you can twist this rod screw right here until this tab is out of that sensor right here. So just twist it clockwise until it comes out, and then turn the printer on. So now we're going to turn it on. And this is what it should do. So as long as those bushings aren't knocked loose, putting that little bit of 3-in-1 oil on there should loosen it up enough, and then you can try a card again from there. If that bushing is knocked loose, we're probably going to have to bring it back. Sometimes during shipment, this inside gets knocked around back and forth, and then it can knock those loose. It's very rare. It doesn't happen very often, but it can happen. So I'm thinking more it's just it's binding up because it's dry. It's not lubricated. Now it doesn't need to stay wet. You don't need to do that every time. Just if you feel like it's binding up a little bit. And then so the other thing is, this is not a refurbished one. Keep it clean. You can take a canned air or something and keep all this dust that will collect in there. Keep this door shut when you're not using it to keep dust out. Blow it out with canned air or an electric vac, and then so keep this as clean as possible. You'll see a little ring where this ends as it moves of dust and things, debris. So just keep that clean, and then if you feel like it's binding a little bit, you can use more of that, just a little bit like we showed here of the oil.